We are back. This is Film Don't Lie on A2D Radio. And as always, we are brought to you by Alonzi Travel, specializing in creating the vacation of your dreams at Disney, Universal, or wherever your heart calls you. Reach out to get a quote. My email, charles@alonzi-travel.com, is down below in the ticker as well. So hit me up when you're ready to plan a vacation. It's your boy Chucks. It's Pete, Mr. OGP. And we're here to talk about how am I going to phrase it? The championship Sunday, where it went from really boring to, oh my God, this is great. Like the bipolarness of championship Sunday. And as we head and prepare for Super Bowl, what is it? Super Bowl
60.
60.
Yep.
Super Bowl 60 between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. That's what I predicted it would be. So I'm not, well, I won't say I was surprised, but like, this is how I saw it coming or what I wanted, based on like my picks for last week. But we're here. We're going to talk about it. We're going to deep dive into the Seahawks Rams game because that's where all the fun was. And we'll do like a quick like recap thing of the Broncos Patriots. There's not much we can take from there. And then obviously we'll end the show with no huddle. We're going to talk about some coaching stuff as usual because that's continuing to be a thing. And I have a lot to say about, well, not a lot to say, but I have thoughts about one specific hire that happened last weekend. But Pete, how are you doing? And you ready to talk some ball?
Definitely ready to talk some ball, man. Everything is good. Family's good. Football's good. Weather's not so great, but I think it's
not great.
Cold outside, man.
I'm just thankful we didn't lose power, and
yep.
Prayers out to those who did. Like, I hope you're safe and all that. But like, yeah, we didn't lose power. So there's that, and I was able to watch the games, so I'm thankful for that. I don't know about you, but like, I've been shoveling since like yesterday and today, and most of what's in my driveway and sidewalk is ice, and it's hard. Yeah. It's really hard to shovel out. But we got all of it.
Want to have some salt. I literally was at Home Depot this morning. Got an insider tip that they had restocked on their salt, and so definitely want to have it. It doesn't make it easy. We've been so accustomed to having a decent amount of snow accumulation or a storm, and then within 24 to 72 hours, we would have days above freezing in the 40s, 50s. So this is a little bit different for folks. Last time, I don't even know if we had this back in 2016. So you really have people who were teenagers then that are adults now that are dealing with out driving and working and things of that nature, are just trying to do daily life and daily chores. And it's challenging because it's not going anywhere. Then on top of that, you have a whole nother storm front coming in this weekend.
Yeah, on Sunday.
So
again,
I mean, anywhere between another 3 to 6 inches, and then I don't think the temperature is getting above 40 20? Until next Friday. If I'm not mistaken,
it's gonna be here. The snow and ice is gonna stick around, so everyone be safe. And just
like the high is 20 for tomorrow.
Yeah, it's cold. It's cold.
Yeah, it's cold. I mean, I feel for those who for freezing pipe issues, the elderly.
Yeah, all that stuff.
I mean, it's so many different things that you would just where the temperature we haven't had to deal with in a long time, so it's harder to navigate. It's like with long-standing cold temps like this, it's almost like for that. Probably not as equipped as like down south when they have snow and they don't put any salt down. It's kind of the same. It's kind of the same thought process. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So the best thing is just to take your time. If you got to go somewhere, roads should be somewhat clear. Secondary roads not that great. So definitely take your time, bundle up, and spend time with your loved ones.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's get into Seahawks Rams. The good game of this past Sunday. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna lead it off with this, Pete, because I'll be over this. One, my key to the game was definitely part of what happened. Kenneth Walker went off, and we'll get into some of his film clips later on. But he had another great game, numerous plays made. So he showing again. He's, as we said last week, he continues to do this. He's gonna get paid. He is absolutely gonna get paid. So young man balled, but I think the bigger storyline, aside from JSN also balling out, like he is among the elite wide receivers now. But bigger storyline, Sam Darnold coming up big, and as loud as the criticisms and doubts have been surrounding him over the past, I'd say, like, I know like he's always had his doubters because of how he's played, but over the past 2 years, because last year he was the starter for the Vikings and he played horribly late in the season, which led to them being eliminated first round. To this year with the Seahawks and people obviously doubting him, the popular take is what, like, oh, Sam sees ghosts, right? He's seeing ghosts. But credit to him. And I had said this after that Thursday night football game against the Rams where they came back and won in overtime. I had said, if he turns his season around, I think we can look back to this game in particular as a turning point, to where he was able to finally exercise a lot of those demons going up against the Chris Shula defense, or bouncing back from turnovers and making some really clutch throws and coming up with a big, huge win where he had the game-winning pass for the 2-point conversion in overtime. So yeah, that was to me the turning point, and he deserves all the credit. So that's where I'm gonna go first. But your thoughts on Sam Darnold and his performance?
Just didn't make any mistakes. I'm pretty sure Minnesota's regretting their decision.
That's an interesting conversation.
Yeah,
that's an interesting conversation.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely because I think that Seattle signed him to 3 years, $100 million, if I'm not mistaken.
3 years. I forget the total, but it was 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So it didn't break the bank for what quarterbacks are getting paid now, understandably based off of his prior track record. But I think last season he learned from that, and it's a little bit different. I think Minnesota had a good defense. It's hard to say. I mean, Justin Jefferson, JSN, but I mean, when you look at the offense as a whole and the play caller, and once again, you're talking about what is his name? The head coach of Minnesota. Oh, what's his name?
Gosh, now I can't remember. It's hold on. O'Connell.
Josh McConnell.
Kevin O'Connell.
Kevin O'Connell. Yeah. So, I mean, I say they're lost, they're trash. I really want to say that, but their risk, Seattle's risk that they took and identified it, like, hey, like Geno is cool. We could be a playoff team probably with Geno, because they felt as if this is what the third year of McDonald in Seattle. So like the defense is finally getting it to where they don't have to.
Second? I thought it was second.
Is it second? Well, he went. When did the Chiefs? The Chiefs beat the Ravens in the AFC Championship game 2 years ago in Baltimore.
Yes, I think it was. This is his. We're up now to 24. Yeah, this is his second year. So it's higher.
That's even ahead of schedule. His second year fully, where they understand the defense, not just like processing it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like they're just out there playing. Key additions with DeMarcus Lawrence. I can't think of his name. Amar Emuari, the rookie. That's on defense. On offense, the offensive lineman Label, something like that.
Zabel.
I
mean, the wide receivers. I mean, you get Rashid Shaheed, you get Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, so all these things culminate into what we have, where they're the favorite going into Super Bowl 60. And they did this without Charles Cross, and then he may be ready to go in 2 weeks. So that means our offensive line is just going to get even better. Kenneth Walker is, I mean, God.
No, he played. Charles
Cross did play? How many snaps did he play?
Yeah, he played.
All snaps?
He played, I think, the whole game, and he was playing really well.
He was questionable.
Yeah.
Questionable. So
yes, that's what I thought. I thought going into it, he was going to he wasn't going to make it, but he game time decision
Mhm.
they announced him to play. Yeah, and he played well. He played really well against Verse.
Oh, my screen is black.
Hello.
You can still hear me.
Yeah, I can still hear you.
You can
You're
hear me, but you
frozen.
can't
I can
see
still
me.
hear you though. I can't see you.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, but all of that stuff is a huge turnaround. Like going from where they were, because the other part of it too is the offensive coordinator going from Shane Waldron and Mike McDonald quickly realizing, hey, like this isn't what we need, right? And we'll get Pete back, but um going from Shane Waldron last year and then making it a priority to go out and hire Clint Kubiak as the new offensive coordinator. That's huge. And Kubiak um, has done wonders with this team. Absolute wonders with this team. And I think that it's he kind of, I guess you could say, what, fall off. He fell off like with the Saints, but at the same time, like the Saints had injuries left and right, left and right. So like that, as you can see, like that wasn't really all on Kubiak. So being able to, there you are. As I was saying, like the another thing that was another big change going from last year to this year was Kubiak replacing Shane Waldron, and who's Kubiak's been amazing, and we'll see like a lot of the plays in the film clips we're about to bring up. But yeah, it's all of this quick turnaround for the Seahawks, and like I mean, I'll be honest, I when me and you picked the Seahawks to win the West, I I thought it was possible they could be a contender. I didn't think they'd be this good. So like I'll be 100% honest. Like they're exceeding my expectations, and my expectations were already high from them. I thought they would go in, win the West, win a playoff game or two, but like be a year away still. But man, like they are taking advantage. And like we talked about how like the league was wide open right this year, and so they're taking advantage of it. And like they've been one of the absolute better teams in the whole league all season. So
It's all
uh,
and like just to piggyback off of that, it's almost like you said, like they took steps forward and their offseason moves, um, their install, their game plan on offense, bringing in Sam Darnold, JSN taking another step forward. I mean, because remember, this team's massive. They traded DK last year. They bring in DeMarcus Lawrence, who may not seem like a lot, but when you pair him with Leonard Williams, they they get the reins on who I call the George Pickens of the defense, and that's Tariq
Tariq,
Woolen.
Tariq Woolen, yeah,
Uh,
Tariq Woolen, yeah,
so good, but just and get a little outside of things. We kind of see you've seen it Sunday, like that taunting penalty that he had, like you just can't do that. So but they're able to overcome that. The Eagles didn't play it with the way that they were supposed to play. The Lions had a down year. Um, Niners had a lot of injuries. Rams, I just don't think they just had enough. They put a lot on Stafford, and he took them as far as he could. But Green Bay with Micah going down, so they're striking while the iron is hot.
yeah,
Right, you
yeah,
got to capitalize on your opportunity. But they had to earn it. The road wasn't easy. Sunday wasn't easy going against your divisional opponent for the third time. Um, but it's really Darnold, just don't put the ball in harm's way, and and may, and it's explosive, man. Like Kubiak to have, well, I think JSN's touchdown, if I'm not mistaken, that was he lined up in the backfield. I want was it what wasn't a pistol formation, almost like a pistol formation,
Well, he was
somewhat.
offside. Yeah, he was lined up in the backfield.
Yeah.
He was a little farther out wide. So like, it was, you can say it was almost like a trips formation,
Mhm.
a loose bunch, as I heard. What's his name? JT O'Sullivan say, a loose bunch set. So like that really like that's not one of the clips we're going to be showing, but yeah, that was
Yeah.
amazing because like, he came out of the backfield
Mhm.
and it was a scissors concept with I think Shaheed, who was the number one on to that side. So like running that scissors concept, and then the safety, who is supposed to have the deep outside
Mhm.
zone, he's not able to see. He's not
Right.
able to see JSN coming out of the backfield. So he's carrying JSN as he's
Mhm.
or he's carrying. I'm sorry, he's carrying Shaheed as he's
Yep.
running that post when he's really supposed to take on JSN. But the timing of it was perfect because
Yeah.
JSN breaks right after and he's wide open. So like concepts like that, like it's so good. It's and Kubiak deserves a bunch of credit. He used. If you watch the film, uh, this is what we mean by using motion to for
Effectively.
with a purpose. Like
Yeah.
there's a reason they use motion. You can see it, and we'll show you in two of the clips deliberately using motion to put your other receiver at an advantage, and
Yeah.
it's awesome stuff, awesome designs. I think Sam Darnold
Mhm.
came away with a 0.46 EPA per dropback. For context, like high end play per
Mhm.
dropback is like 0.2 ish
Yeah.
and above. So 0.46 is awesome stuff. That's that's like elite stuff. Now I'm not saying Darnold's elite, but like that's the
Right.
type of performance we're talking about. And I found it interesting, Pete, that they trusted him a couple times
Mhm.
late in the game when they were on that drive to try to like kill time, right?
Yeah.
Try to melt the clock. They trusted him to throw the ball.
Well,
It
yep.
wasn't like run, run, run. No, there were like at least two plays where he legit dropped back,
Yeah, I want
and
to
it was
say
awesome.
the third after they cross midfield was that 2-minute warning drive, and it was the fake, and it was the boot out to the right. I forget who he
Yeah,
hit.
yeah, it's Jason. That's one of the clips I'll be showing. So
Okay.
yeah, it was from
Yeah.
that clip. And then but then they also did another one. Like I think after that, where they had him drop back and throw again.
Yeah.
And I forget who that one was to, but he's just they're trusting him, and they trusted him, and he pulled through. And it was
Yep.
one of those games where, like, because we talk about the Seahawks defense,
Mhm.
but the offense carried the game,
Yeah.
and not to say that the defense was horrible, but like the
It's a
Rams
familiar
have,
opponent,
yep,
and they had Devontae. They had their full complement of their tools. Um, and Puka, man,
he's sick.
Puka's
Puka
different.
and Jason, Puka and Jason, you could be looking at the top two receivers in the league, and that's not. I'm not trying to be overreactionary, but like,
Right.
you know, based on my criteria, I need to see one more high end year from Jason until I say
Mhm.
he's like bona fide elite. Because I always say, to be elite, you got to do it for more than a year. So like,
Yep.
I need to see one more. But in terms of talent, like he's right there with your elite receivers in the league. Like,
I think Puka has
along
the
with
strongest
Jason.
hands of the wide receivers in the league right now.
I strongest hands and
Oh,
contested catchability. It's Puka, and
yeah.
both of them are top of their game, top of the
Yeah.
league at the wide receiver position. Um, the On the other side, before we get to the film clips,
Mhm.
the Seahawks. I mean the Rams. When we
Mhm.
talk about the Rams, it's just I guess you could say this was predictable in the sense that their special teams has continued to let them down and
Yes.
cause them
And that one extra
many
possession, that's
problems.
that's what it was, yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah, and it's just insane how it was a collapse from that unit
Mhm.
of monumental proportions. Literally, in so many games, they've had special teams blunders.
Yeah.
So many, and firing their special teams coach midway through the year did not work. Did not help at all because it's still, it still happened. But yeah,
Right.
it's crazy. So their offense was great.
Mhm.
The defense made some plays,
Yeah.
but in the end, it still was the special teams.
And then but on the defensive side, they lost one of their D linemen who got hurt. Was it Turner?
I don't remember who got. I'm not
I
sure.
think it's I wanna say Kobe. It wasn't Kobe Bryant. It may have been Bryant.
No, Kobe Bryant's the corner.
No, it was I want to say Turner, but he went out, and that kind of changed a little bit. I mean, K9 was doing this thing regardless, but from a protection standpoint, you just got weaker a little bit there. And this gave him more time, but that one extra possession, because I think that was the only turnover of the game.
I think it was too. Yeah.
That was the only turnover of the game. So, and that was deep in Seahawks territory, and that was off of a punt. So that your defense did its job, got a 3 and out, and got him to get the punt. And I don't know what possessed him to catch it or to try to catch it instead of just getting out of the way.
Well, here's the thing too. If you remember earlier in I think it was second half, he muffed another punt.
Yeah, but he got on top of that.
Well, he got on top of it because the defender, the gunner on the Seahawks was I'm not gonna say overshot him, but like the gunner was like next to him. So when the ball bounced forward, he wasn't in position to recover. But that was like a sign of things to come. Like he muffed that one, and then he wasn't able to really recover on the next one in the third quarter. So huge, like it's significant plays from the special teams that have cost them games, and this was just another one, and it was the last one for the season.
Do you think Stafford comes back?
I think he does. I'm leaning yes. I think one more year. I think.
What do you think they can do differently to get over the hump of the Seahawks?
They need to stop skimping on linebacker and corner. They need to start investing in those positions because like the only time they ever really invested high-end talent at corner was when they got Ramsey.
Yeah.
That was it.
They won a Super Bowl when Ramsey was there, right?
Yeah. And then they had Ernest Jones, but they traded Ernest Jones away. So linebacker's been another one where they've just kind of like tried to like stream it. Like you know what I mean? Like so I think that's the thing. I think if everyone like at the core comes back, which I'm talking about like Stafford, and we'll also talk about Devontae Adams. I think I think it's a package deal, like indirectly. I think if Stafford comes back, Devontae will be back. If Stafford
did Devontae only sign a 1-year deal?
I think it was.
I thought it was 2. I
Let's
thought it was like 2 for 42 or something like that.
Let's see. 2-year. I'm trying to get the breakdown. There's an out after this year, though.
Okay.
So, yeah, this year. So, it is a 2-year deal. But after this year, it would only be a $14 million cap.
Okay.
Yeah. Or 14 dead cap if they got rid of it. So, I mean, they could. I think it's a package deal, but I think they could do it again. I mean, they have Kyron locked up. They have Quorum right with them, which I'll get to in a bit. So they have pieces. I think they need to shore up stuff on the defense, and I think they'll be right back to where they were. So, yeah. You want to get some film clips?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. So let's get to
thanks, fans, for rocking with us. We went live tonight, so if you're in there, hit us with a like, chime in, anything you want us to steer the conversation. If we can get to it, we'll get to it.
Yeah. So first one here I wanted to add, or I wanted to look at, was the late in the second quarter. Or let me get this. So yeah, we are now. Give me 1 second. I get these banners out the way so we can actually see it. So, all right. We are late in the second quarter, right? The Seahawks get the ball back with under a minute left. They're trying to see if they get into field goal range, and they do better than that. They do better than getting in field goal range. They end this drive with a touchdown. But this was the big play. So this was I believe, what the 42 yards? Yeah, 42 yards to JSN. And as I let it go, there's JSN. Now we're talking about motion, right? We talked about motion and how deliberate and purposeful it was from Kubiak. So he's going to send Cup in motion. And what that's going to do is it's going to put him and JSN in a stack formation. Now the the Rams, who are playing Tampa 2, they are in a bind here. So now the two defensive backs, they have to communicate who's going to take who. All right. So the slot corner, whoever he's taking JSN, because of that motion, he's not going to be able to get a hand on him or redirect him. So he lets him go. Cooper Kupp is going to be on the outside. He's going to make room for Jason there. So he's running that outside route. Now there's a space here. Look at the safety. I think that's Kitchens or Cam Colonel. I forget. But that safety there, because of the route by JSN, the safety is going to be leading. He's going to open up his hips to the sideline and play this as a corner route. Also, look at the Mike linebacker here. He's covering this receiver here. So he's occupied. So remember, in Tampa 2, his responsibility is to drop back deep and essentially be kind of like that middle of the field post player.
Right.
But he's covering that receiver here. And so that leaves all this space in the middle of the field for JSN to hit. He's going to turn this back, and then it's going to be he runs a corner post route, and there's no one there for him, for no one from the Rams defense to really challenge him. So also awesome stuff by Sam Darnold with the anticipation, because you see when he's going to release this. Right, so we have going through here. Boom! He releases this right at the perfect
40.
time, right when Jason's at the 40, right after his break, so that it's put in the perfect spot between the two safeties. So awesome design, awesome use of motion, and that set them up for that touchdown before the half.
Great play design. Great trend to call it at that time. Down the distance was 2nd and 10, right?
2nd and 10, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So awesome stuff.
Great catch great catch and great throw.
Yeah, what I like about it too, the catch, is I was you could see it kind of better if it was in the end zone angle, but I'll throw it back here. So with this, look at the technique that JSN uses here. He uses underhand technique instead of opening his instead of opening up and bringing overhead technique.
Yeah.
What this allows him to do is shield the ball. So he knows he's going to get hit from that safety. So he takes it, and I watching this live, I noticed it, and I'm like, that's why he caught the ball that way, so that he can protect it himself immediately, so that he doesn't lose the ball on contact.
Right.
So awesome. It's heads up. It's not really what you're taught, but in that situation, because of the circumstances, it's the right thing to do, obviously. So good stuff by JSN. The next play I wanted to show, this was the touchdown to Jake Bobo. I love that name. Jake Bobo in the third quarter, right after that botch snap, or the muff punt. I'm sorry, right after the muff punt by the Rams and the turnover. So the Seahawks are going to pretty much take the shot here. So they're going to motion in Bobo. He's there. He's the number one receiver to that side. He's isolated to the field side. Now, JSN is here. I want you to look, because I highlighted him here at the bottom of the screen. Look at him pointing to the corner. He's pointing and communicating that this is a corner blitz. All right, so that corner is going to be blitzing. Because of the corner's blitzing, you have the other safety who's going to come down and play coverage. He's going to be coverage on JSN. And then the safety is going to rotate to that half of the field. What does that do? Since all the safeties are rotating, that leaves one-on-one for Jake Bobo and a lot of room for him to work. And then as I let this go, you're going to see all that happening. Now, it stops here, right? There's so much space in the middle of the field because the safety's gone. This safety's gone. This safety's gone. He's rotated down. And then also look, as I highlighted here, Kenneth Walker, great job on the pass pro with a blitz picking up seeing the corner and picking him up with really good technique. When we talk about running backs in pass pro, it's very important that you close ground with a defender when with the blitzer that's coming in, lessen that ground, close the distance, and then make sure you attack with your hands, which K9 does here. So great job on the blitz pickup, and then it's just a matter of Bobo coming loose, touchdown. So again, awesome design. Another thing I want to point out is look at the personnel. It's 21 personnel, so two receivers, right? Jake Bobo's in there. So when Bobo's in there, usually that leans sort of that shows the Seahawks are likely to run the ball, right?
Yes.
Because of that, look at the second level defenders for the Rams as well. I should have highlighted that as well. But look at them bite. Look at them bite. Yep. They're biting. They're playing the run, and because of that leaves even more space for Bobo to attack in the middle of the field. So again, great play designs, left and right for the Seahawks. Anything you wanted to add?
No, great play design, and you can see Bobo motions down. You leverage him to the outside, and you can tell by the way the corner's playing that he's given in the middle of the field. Mistake because you have no help. Yeah. I mean, he could have when Bobo went into that break, he could have went post seam, or he could have went outside like that. The defender stood no chance. And I think it's not to say like Bobo is the best route runner in the world, but this is all sequencing. What we talked about, what we didn't have with the Eagles all year, and just timing and anticipation throws. 2 anticipation throws.
Perfect play call at the time too, because they call a blitz and the Seahawks take a shot. So it's perfect play call in that time. The last pass play I'm gonna bring up. This was, as I talked about, the throw late in the game. Seahawks are trying to ice the game, milk the clock, ice the game, right? Motion, deliberate use of motion. We're gonna have Rashid Shaheed motion across the formation. This is gonna go to JSN, who's highlighted there, as he breaks in, right? Shaheed on the outside. So we got these two defensive backs. This one inside playing JSN, the one on the outside is playing Shaheed. As this goes on, Shaheed is going to run a 9 route to clear out space, and then JSN is going to run this like out route or sail route, whatever you want to call it, but he's going to run the sail route. And look at the setup also, as he's going to take the stem of his route inside first to kind of sell inside and get this defender to bite. And then he sets him up, breaks outside, gets past the pylon too on his route. He makes sure he gets past the pylon, and then he's going to work into open space. He's going to flatten his route for Sam Darnold, and then Sam hits him. This goes for, I think, 14 yards for a clutch first down. I mean, this was ballsy. Like I said, they're trying to milk the clock. So this first down was absolutely huge. And it was great stuff by the Seahawks to use motion deliberately to set up JSN with a favorable matchup and room, and then Darnold delivers it. So awesome. Again, like the play calling left and right in this game was awesome for the Seahawks.
I concur. I have nothing to add. I mean, it's just, once again, it's just, and let's not act like because you could see the score of the game. The Rams, this was a back and forth. You could tell this was teams that seen each other for the third time, have a lot of tape on each other, a lot, especially with the system. And if I'm not mistaken, Kubiak came from the Rams, didn't he? Or was that the other guy from last year?
I think it might be another guy from last year. I don't remember if Kubiak came from.
But nevertheless, like you get the Bobo touchdown, you get away with that when you have familiarity. You know you're going to be in a look that they've seen before, and you can use it against her. You can leverage it against them, and even with this play, and this is just JSN. Like towards the end of the game, this route running is just impeccable.
It's impeccable, yeah. Like it's awesome route running.
You can see like just the route concept. You have to clear out with Shaheed at the top. Yeah. There's no one else lingering there, and you had the whole boundary to work to. and
Yeah,
Sam puts up
so
the
much
money.
space. And you want like, people wonder like how does Jason get that wide open? Because of designs like this. This is what we're
Yes.
talking about. You help your star players this way by giving them easy stuff like this. This is, I mean,
Yep.
this
This
is
is
what
that's a layup, though.
yeah, it's a layup because of the space that they're able to create with the motion and lining up Jason in the slot, and then to clear out
Mhm.
with the speed of Shaheed to threaten that. So he makes a space. It's all deliberate. It's all with
Right.
a purpose and the use of personnel. It's awesome stuff. Really, really awesome stuff. So I had to, I had to bring up clips of K9 because again, another game. If you follow,
If people didn't know before,
people didn't know before. If you had no idea and you just started following me on Twitter like during the game, you would know by
yeah,
like a few minutes into the game how I feel about K9. Like people wonder if, for clarity, in case you didn't
right.
know, he's like, so Saquon, in terms of my favorite players in the league, Saquon's number one, but
Mhm.
K9 is absolutely number two. Like it's not no
Yeah,
question. I've been diehard K9 fan, and I'm rooting hard for him to get a ring.
and he's
But
like, it's weird. He like in certain plays, he's more elusive than Saquon, but like just freakishly athletic. I don't think he's there yet. But speed wise, breakaway speed. I mean,
oh my god, it's right there. Yeah,
yeah.
like we'll see it here. But like what I loved about this game, or oh, let me backtrack real quick. If you follow me on socials, I have all of my running back breakdowns on there. So
Mhm.
Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Follow me on there. I posted these K9 film breakdowns the other day, yesterday. I posted them too. But I wanted to definitely, if you're watching now, show them here really quick. But what I love about the four plays that I broke down was that each of them showcases a different elite trait of K9. So the first one I'm going to show, this one was beginning of the first quarter when they're in the red zone, and we all remember this. This is when he pretty much is like, it's like he's down, he's down, he's down, he's down, he's down. Wait, he's not down yet. I even like when I was watching, I'm like, wait, he's not down. This goes for 4 yards, but this shows like the strength that he has. People think he's just like a speed guy. No, he is strong. Like he's compactly built, a very strong lower half, and it shows when he runs how low to the ground he gets and how he turns his legs and is able to shed contact. So it's so impressive. But I think either than this was the next play or two plays later, this was a touchdown, and you see here, this is all him. This is a duo run, and pretty much he has two unblocked defenders in his face, but he's gonna be like, well, it doesn't matter. I'm faster than all of you. Even Byron Young on the outside, who has the leverage. Byron Young is right there. He has contained, but it doesn't matter because K9's too fast. He just outruns them for the 2 yard touchdown. So there's his acceleration and speed. And then Pete, we've talked about this so many times when we've done Kenneth Walker breakdown videos, and I think it makes me so happy
This is
that
very. Remember the last regular season matchup? He had a run very similar to this. I mean, I remember we had film from this
yeah, for
same
real, yeah,
thing, almost
yeah,
the same spot on the field,
it's
same direction.
it's so impressive, and I said it before, and I'll say it again for those who just listening now. When it comes to making people miss in the backfield, Kenneth Walker is probably the best running back in the league in it. It's
Yes.
insane. The poise, the elusiveness he has. It's like, and you remember this comparison I always put. It's like
Mhm.
he's a character in the Matrix where everything is moving slow mo and he's just moving
Right.
faster. And he sees it before anyone else does. It's uncanny how
Yeah.
good he is at making people miss in the backfield. And it makes me really happy that on a national audience and for the NFC Championship game, people can really start to see that now and see that
And
this is
people
the
are
guy.
probably coming on like, why? I mean, and Zach Charbonnet is good, it's decent, But it's like, why does this dude not get more red zone
Yeah,
touches?
exactly. Those tweets came out again. Like, look at this. This is not. He makes him look absolutely silly. And this is what's funny is this isn't even the most impressive play that I've shown to where he makes people miss in the backfield. He's had plenty other, but again, this is I forget who said it. I was listening to, but like this is like what you see in Madden, guys. Like this is the juke here is like a Madden juke where you're playing on like rookie level, and you're just toying with the computer. It's insane.
It's like you giving the controller to Grayson for the first time.
It's awesome. The elusiveness there, the quickness and agility is and when I say like I like to separate burst into two different categories: vertical burst when you're in a straight line, linear, and then horizontal burst. How much ground can you cover when you're juking? And you can see the ground he covers on this juke is just insane. It's so much space that he covers. So the horizontal burst is phenomenal. Then the last one, and this is probably the best play of the game from K9, where he takes this ball in the flat and he just makes everyone miss. Like
this was huge too because
this was huge. That same drive.
Third down?
This was second and 6, but they're backed up in their end zone. After the catch, I want you to notice how once he catches this, he's gonna backtrack to be able to create space between him and the defender, and then that allows him to shake off the tackle attempt. So he's backtracking, he's running backwards. Normally you don't want to do that, but in this instance, like it's similar to like how Tyreek Hill always does that when he was in his prime.
You got that extra gear in your back pocket.
Exactly. When you're
and you can see the angle that you need to take.
Yep.
It's definitely to your advantage.
Yeah, that's when you can take advantage of that. And then his burst and speed, once he's in the open field, is elite. So he makes 3 defenders miss, picks up 14 yards to get the first down and get the drive continuing to go on and get them out of their own, like deep in their own territory. So fantastic play by Kenneth Walker. He's one game away, one more signature performance, and he's gonna get paid. He's gonna get a lot.
I don't think he's leaving Seattle now.
I don't think he's leaving Seattle either.
No,
I don't think so. The last thing I want to touch on in this game, and I alluded to it, and we're on the subject of running backs, right? I wanted to bring this up because it's another topic both of us have talked about. So in the NFC Championship game, Kyren Williams had 10 carries for 39 yards, which is an average of 3.9 yards per carry, and his longest run was 11 yards, right? And I know he had a touchdown reception too, so I didn't include that, but sure, add that to him. But in terms of just rushing, those were his numbers: 10 for 39, long of 11 yards, no touchdowns. Blake Corum, 9 carries, 55 yards, 6.1 yards per carry, and a long run of 19 yards. Okay? That's for NFC Championship game. So I'm like, let's look at the regular season stats just because, the season's over. How did each of them fare in the regular season? So, Kyren Williams, 259 rushing attempts. Yards were 1,252 yards, 10 touchdowns, yards per carry of 4.8.
Okay.
Yards, 4.8 yards per carry. Good. That's really good. Blake Corum
probably has a higher yards per carry.
Blake Corum, 145 carries. So that's less. No, that's roughly what, like half of that.
Like 40. That's like 45%.
Yeah. So roughly like half of that, a little bit more. I think it's like 62. It's more than half. More than half of his carries. Yards were 746, 6 touchdowns, yards per carry of 5.1. So his yards per carry were 0.3 yards higher than Kyren's. Let's get into the advanced stats. Okay. So, Kyron Williams, EPA per carry, 0.019.
Okay.
Blake Corum's EPA per carry, 0.110. So
Okay.
higher. Corum's is higher. Explosive run rate. Okay. Kyron Williams, 10%. Blake Corum, 15.9%. Okay. So, all right. So people might be like, well, Kyron's not as explosive, but he's a grinder, right? He
Right.
gets he's that guy. Kyron Williams, success rate, 50.2%, which is good. Again, good.
Mhm.
None of Kyron's numbers are bad.
Right.
Put this out. None of them are bad. Success rate for Blake Corum, 51%. So 0.8 percentage points higher in terms of success rate. Okay, well, stacked boxes. Kyron probably, as the lead back, he's probably facing more stacked boxes. Stacked boxes. Kyron Williams, loaded box rate for the regular season, 42.86%. Blake Corum, 51.72%.
Wow.
So he faced more heavy boxes on a percentage-wise than Kyron Williams.
Is Kyron a free agent after this year?
No, they extended him. They gave him the contract extension. So I bring all this up, and I will say this. I am here. I've been here, ready to have this conversation whenever anyone else is ready to have the conversation of, hey, Kyron Williams is such a good running back.
Yes.
Blake Corum is just as good, if not even better, by a little bit.
More explosive.
More explosive. I'd say he has better vision, slightly better vision. I mean, when I was scouting Corum, that was like his best trait. And I think what really set him at the top with other running backs in his class was his vision is phenomenal vision.
Right.
So the Rams are in a good spot. They have two outstanding running backs.
Yes.
And this was my whole thing is never to discount Kyron because Kyron is a really good running back. It's more so to shed light that, hey, Blake Corum, there's a reason they took him in the third round because he is right there. And if I had to pick between the two, I'd say Blake Corum is better just by a little bit than Kyron Williams. So, yeah. I'm glad. I will say, I think when we brought this up on another show, we had kind of said like we don't anticipate McVay letting this backfield be like a 50-50.
Right.
But to his credit, he's kind of had it be a 50-50 for the
they've both been holding onto the ball too early in the they had some troubles.
Exactly. So
was definitely an issue.
McVay has done a good job of, as the season has gone on, it's been closer to a 50-50 split, which is good. That's what you have to do because Corum is more explosive than Kyron. He's just as big as talented overall in terms of overall package. So it's just something I wanted to highlight. I wanted to just to bring that to the surface.
When you dive into the numbers, it just definitely paints a picture of what your eyes are telling you.
Yeah. And you know me, like I don't lead with stats. Right. I bring these up because this is what I've been seeing on film all year. Like I have the film to show that like Corum is good. Corum is really good. Really, really good. And I don't want people to sleep on him just because Kyron Williams is there. So yeah. Anything else from we talked a lot about the Rams and Seahawks, but I felt like it was warranted because that was a phenomenal game. Anything else from that game you wanted to bring up?
Nah, man, Puka's just a monster, bro. And it sucks that we don't get to see him on that level. Because I think he wasn't with the team when they won this because they had Cooper Kupp and they had Odell when they won the Super Bowl in 21. So I mean, hopefully, I want to see Puka get to that level where he gets to showcase it on that stage because he's just a different type of wide receiver, man. Because I don't think people realize how big he is. He's not a small wide receiver.
Not at all.
Looking with number 12, but those hands, man. And he was close to keeping the game going where they would have another snap with 3 seconds left because It
I know.
shouldn't.
Yeah, that I thought that was in bounds. I legit thought it was bound.
Yeah. So
Crazy, crazy. Yep. Awesome. All right. So let's we don't have to dive too much into it, but I did want to
mhm.
get your thoughts. Broncos Patriots. Um
Weather changed the game
yeah.
in the second half, and with the combination of the weather, the Patriots going to his own defense, and Joe Lombardi's lack of aggressiveness, lack of aggression on the offensive play calling is why the Broncos are not going on. And then my biggest, I don't know what Vance Joseph was doing. I don't know if he had a spy or what, but you cannot lose contain on May because literally that was their whole offense in the second half. Their whole offense in the second half was May scrambling, May running, and
Yeah, that was like yeah.
it's so easy to sit there from a recliner chair point of view, but I'm just like, where's the spy at? Why are we clearing it out and just leaving the middle of the field empty with backs turned? And it's like he can't do that. Not against this kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not against no, you can't. You just can't do that. And I don't. He never adjusted, or if he did, and it was his poor execution. But I don't. I don't remember watching a play from Sunday. I was like, all right, that's the spot right there. You know what I mean? Because everybody had to when he started scrambling, everybody was coming back towards him. Like they had to turn around. It was somebody running straight for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't dived into the film of that because to be honest, I don't want to. It
It
just
wasn't. It
was
was
it
just
was
boring.
really
It wasn't.
it was a
It was
boring
good,
game.
sound defensive football on both
Yeah.
sides. It was just one team had an explosive playmaker versus the other team.
Yeah. Yeah. And late in the game, it's just I've said how I feel about snow games. I think snow games suck. I
Yeah.
I think aesthetically they look cool, but in terms of quality football, they suck.
Yeah.
So I don't like snow games like that. I know that for Eagles fans or a lot of Eagles fans, it's almost blasphemous to say, but
Right.
I'd rather have in the regular season it's one thing, but in the playoffs, I just wish we had the best product on the field. So
Right.
I
You
mean,
want to
there's a
see
reason.
athletes play at a level that's in the optimal field conditions.
Yes, yeah, so that they can play at their optimal,
Right.
as best they
And I
can.
mean, and you can attest to this in our offline chat. I said fourth quarter. I said Stidham's going to throw the ball immediately. The next play
Yeah,
was
you did.
an interception.
Yeah,
Felt so bad. Felt so
I
bad.
know. I know. It's
But it's like
unfortunate,
you just
and
felt as if they had to take a chance, and that's hence why Lombardi's I think goes into it why he's no longer the OC. It's because it's like we had to take a chance. Now, should they have kicked the field goal if they knew what the forecast was going to be in the second half, and they knew that snow was coming? Then yeah, that field goal when they went for the 4-for-1 at the end of the first half or closer towards the end of the first half, those 3 points is huge, and I think Peyton pretty much he spoke to that, and he kind of pretty much said as much. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
so
absolutely. Yeah. All right. So that I don't have much to say about this game, but
okay.
uh Patriots moving on.
Mhm.
I think a lot of people are saying they're the luckiest team, luckiest team. Hey,
It was easier path, but they played who was in front of them. And then the
yeah,
Texans
exactly.
defense, regardless, I mean, whatever CJ Stroud was doing, that Texas defense, Drake May probably he was hurting after that game. And even this defense, I mean, it wasn't a cakewalk as far as to this level, certain things worked out in their favor, but those is the breaks. That's football.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I'm not gonna disrespect them and
Right.
say no, they shouldn't be here, they're not worthy of being they played who they had and
Yep.
they took care of business. So and if they give the Seahawks a really good game, then I don't think any of us can say they don't belong. So they deserve it. All right. No huddle. Do you have anything before I get into mine?
These coaching hires are peculiar.
Which one are you? Because there's one in particular that I want to rant about. So do we have the same one?
Man, I don't know what's going on with the other team in the Keystone State. That was out of left field. It bumps the trend of every other coach and where they were at in their lives before you hired this coach as the fourth coach in team history, and is a retread at two different other locations. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. They usually don't do things like this. Did he beg for the job? You know what I mean? Because remember, he's been out of football now, what, 2 years? No, 1 year. Was he the coach? 1 year. Okay.
1 year.
1 year. 1 year. I don't know. I don't. I have no words, sir.
Oh, I have plenty of words.
Floor is yours.
I like the Steelers. Like, from a football fan standpoint, I like the Steelers. I like that franchise. I have so much respect for them. My brother-in-law is a Steelers fan. One of my close friends is a Steelers fan. So, like, I want to see them succeed, right? I want them to do well. Their history of coaches is well documented. I don't think I need to really rehash that. We know when they hire a coach, it's usually for a long time, right?
Right.
It's with the intention of, okay, long term, you're the guy here for a long time. You're here to stay, and we're going to give you a long leash.
Yep.
I don't understand this from any angle. Like, if someone were to try to make the argument that, okay, you hire McCarthy because as a Steeler, or like the Steelers team has been mediocre, has been stuck in mediocrity for so long. Like, and I'm not saying mediocre like Mike Tomlin was just a mediocre coach. Like Mike Tomlin took this team to winning seasons every single season. But they were bounced in the first round of the playoffs for God knows how long. So they're stuck in like that limbo area. That's what I mean. So they've been stuck in limbo for so long now, right? If someone were to say, like, okay, you're doing this so that the Steelers can be bad. Right? They can finally be bad. Mike McCarthy, with his track record, like, he probably won't lead them to anything. They'll probably be one of the worst teams in the first. Not one of the worst, but they'll be a subpar team for the next few years.
Because they don't know what they have a quarterback. And now that's the other thing. Does Rodgers want to go back with a McCarthy Rodgers?
I can't imagine he does. So so they're gonna be bad for the next 2-3 years. And if that's the goal, if the goal is for the Steelers to finally be bad so that they can have high draft picks and build a core again, right? Build a young core again with high draft picks, and then fire Mike McCarthy after 2-3 years because they know he's not the guy. I have a hard time believing that because that's not the Steelers' MO. Like, they don't hire to fire after only 2 years.
They don't say I do to say I don't.
Yeah, they don't do that. Like, if it was another team, sure. Like, if it was one of those teams who's constantly, like the Browns or like the Jets, like, sure. I get it. I 100% get it. We're not talking about those franchises. You know, that's not the bar, right? So, okay, you're looking at the Steelers as someone who they need a guy to carry the next 10 plus years. What does it? You cannot sell me that Mike McCarthy is that. You cannot, because he is the definition of where I use mediocrity as a compliment in a positive way for Tomlin. When I say mediocre for Mike McCarthy, I mean that as a shot, as a criticism. Because, okay, he won one Super Bowl with the Packers. When? How long ago was that? And ever since that Super Bowl, what has he done as a coach to grow, to really show that he's not outdated? Nothing. Like, nothing. He lied about knowing analytics to get the Cowboys job. And his offenses were not that great. Like, you know, from a schematic standpoint, you could argue that Schottenheimer has been better in his one season than McCarthy's offenses ever were. So he's done nothing to show that schematically as a coach, he's up to date or part of he knows what he's doing in the modern NFL. And as a CEO guy, like okay, like culture
Right.
setter.
Has he made any hires of his staff yet
No,
that have been announced?
no, not that I
Okay.
saw. Um, wait, no, not that I saw. Sorry. Um,
Okay.
so I fail to see the upside here, right? Like when they hired Tomlin, they saw something in that young coach and
Right.
said, "We know the long term picture. We know
Mhm.
where it's going. What is the ceiling with Mike McCarthy? I don't see a ceiling that gets you past the first round of playoffs. That's the ceiling. I don't think they're making it to the playoffs in the next for 1 or 2 years. So I don't get it. I think it's
Yeah.
the most boneheaded hire so far in this coaching cycle.
It's the most perplexing based off what the track record of the team and how they operated prior. Where I'm just like you said, Tom was a young coach at that point in time. I want to say Roethlisberger really wasn't young, but he was in the league 4 or 5. No, because he can't. He was drafted at 01. He was drafted in the same draft as Brady, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Roethlisberger?
Yes.
No, he was in the same draft as Eli Manning and those guys. Hold on, let me see. NFL
No,
draft
so you're right. You're right.
2004.
No, yeah. So
2004.
yes. So he was younger because it was his 4th year because Tomlin got the job in 08, if I'm not mistaken. So
Mike
that was a
Tomlin.
younger core, right? McCarthy has
Mhm.
to be mid 50s.
60
Late,
something.
is he in his 60s already?
Yeah, from what I
I don't
remember,
know.
hold on,
Unless McCarthy is from Pittsburgh or
62.
in that area, I don't know what he could have, how he sold the Roonies on him. Like, I'm your guy.
Well, he's from Pittsburgh. Sure,
Yeah,
like,
I don't
that's
know.
it.
I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's a step in the wrong direction, in my opinion, from what you've done in the past. I- your
100%.
your roster is a little on the older side, but it needs to get younger. You have a question at quarterback. I don't know if because of the questions that they have at quarterback, if they wanted somebody who has worked with young quarterbacks. You know what I mean? It sounds crazy,
Sure,
but if
but
Shador was there, I probably okay. They could probably make the playoffs. You know what I mean? With someone like that, I need to see the rest of his staff, but just at the head, it doesn't. It's not a Steeler-esque thing to do.
it does. Yeah, it doesn't inspire any
Yeah,
confidence from my like. Yeah,
no,
that's all I had. You?
yeah. I mean, that's I have nothing else. Yeah, I don't really have anything else for sports. I mean,
Yeah,
golf is back, but man, it is what it
I
is.
know. Yeah,
Don't want to. I mean, the mall. Like, if we would have nerded out real quick, mall trailer looks great. Can't wait to see it whenever it comes out. Um, yeah, I mean, He-Man trailer looks okay. Very curious to see how that where we go. It's where
I think visually it looks what you'd want a
right.
He-Man movie to be, right? Like
Yeah,
you could argue that like okay, they don't the plot looks stupid and it just
yeah,
looks like it's gonna flop, but
right.
visually it looks good. That I forget the actor's name, but man, he jacked up. Like he got muscle on him for this
Yeah,
role.
I
Wow.
want this movie to do well so that somewhere somehow there's a script out there. We get a Thundercats movie. I know we're getting the Voltron movie.
Yeah,
We're getting a
which I'm excited about. I'm
we're getting a
excited about
Voltron
it.
movie. I can't wait for the trailer for that.
Yeah.
So I mean, hey, bring back all my childhood, please.
Yeah. Speaking of that, did you see the Super Mario
Yes,
Bros. Galaxy?
yes. Didn't know
I'm
Yoshi.
so
I
glad
did not know
Yoshi's here.
Yoshi can talk. So
It's
you
fine.
know what I mean.
It's like very little. I mean, he's not. It's not like he's having conversations. But I think
Love
that's
Toad's demeanor. Supposed to be this cute little short bubbly guy, and he's such an asshole. Such an asshole. So
Dinosaur shows up randomly. And he's part of the group already. Cool.
yeah. I mean, so
Yeah,
I
I'm
in that
excited.
aspect, I love it. we'll see. We're definitely gonna see. And Wonder Man's coming out Marvel pretty soon. If you haven't watched, if people already, I'm pretty sure you watched Invincible. The season 4 trailer is ridiculous for what
I'm
has.
not caught up on Invincible though. That's the
Oh
thing.
my god!
Yeah.
Just the trailer alone has me wanting to watch it yesterday. I wish it was out already. It's from the story that they told thus far. This may be. I don't know if they said this is the final season, but yeah. So, but that's all I have.
A lot of
Nothing
stuff
else.
to geek out over. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So we will be back next week. And next week, I know there's no games.
Right.
Next weekend, obviously, we have one more game, which is the Super Bowl. But we will be here. We will be previewing the Super Bowl, and we will be giving our predictions or picks, whatever, for NFL Honors Awards. You know, who we think should get, who we would give the awards to.
Yeah.
As always, some obvious picks, but some interesting ones that we can say. So that's for next week. We don't know if we'll be live again or if we'll be recorded and releasing on Wednesday. Just gotta kind of check in with A2D's channel and to see when we are on. Thank you to Alonzi Travel again for sponsoring the show. If you're looking to book a vacation, hit me up. Disney, Universal, wherever you want to go, let me know, and I will be glad to help you out. For myself, for Mr. OGPP Evans, the rest of us at A2D Radio, we appreciate you. Stay safe out there. If you're getting hit with the snowstorms, stay safe.
Yep.
And until next week, we shall see you. Peace.